This is Old Tech 51 here. I've backpacked all over the US in the last 35 years or so. Sometimes in certain locations it can be very difficult to start a fire because kindling in the particular location may be wet, and it takes quite a bit to get it to burn. I came up with this, I guess you'd call it a little tool to help start a fire. The raw materials needed for this thing is ordinary paper towel, thread that you may have laying around the house, an old pan, needless to say, with some paraffin wax in it, and you can melt on a stove on low heat. The way you construct this is you take a paper towel and fold it in thirds, fold it over, as tightly as possible, roll it up, just simply take your thread. Don't have to be a sailor here, you don't need to tie any knots to speak of. Just wrap the thread around it. When you get it wrapped around it, you can tie it off. When you get all done, you're going to end up with something that looks like this. Just a little soft, pliable little piece of paper towel. What you do next, you take your pan with your paraffin wax in it. You can get paraffin wax just about any grocery store. You melt it over low heat over the stove, get it to where it turns into a clear liquid, and you take and put this in the pan. Now, if you want to make more multiples of it, then put several of them in there, as many as will fit in your pan. I usually take a fork and kind of depress them a little bit to squeeze some of the air out of them so they more readily absorb the paraffin. After 2 or 3 minutes, I take them out. As a general rule, I'll take a piece of tin foil and crinkle a sheet of it up and then straighten it out again, and then that leaves you with a sheet of tin foil that's just all on your regular surface. You can lay these on it, they won't stick, and it also aids in the cooling of it. So when that's all done and it's cool, this is the final product. Got a paper towel saturated with paraffin, somewhat hard. Now, I've seen some of the ones that are made, people have videos on YouTube that are made out of cotton balls and petroleum jelly. I've used those. They actually work quite well. They light very readily. If there's a drawback to these, that is the one drawback, is they are somewhat difficult to get to ignite. But once you get them lit, one of these is more or less a campfire unto itself. Generally what I do to aid in ignition is use pocket knife and just simply score the end of it. Just go down, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch, 1/2 inch, something like that. Just score it one way, go 90 degrees, score it the other way, and sort of take your knife and wiggle it back and forth and splay the end of it out to open up the fibers. You can do that to both ends. Take an ordinary Bic lighter, match, whatever you've got, light the ends of it. Once they've established a good flame, you can lay it down on the ground, start piling your little sticks around it. This thing will burn for a considerable length of time. So no matter how wet your sticks are, it's more than likely going to ignite them. I hope this little video is found to be useful by some out there. This is Old Tech 51 saying, have fun in the wilderness.